get ready for this Lego MOC. But anyways, in all seriousness, if you guys saw the title of this video, I have upgraded my Lego Batcave MOC that I've showed you before. The original one that I showed you guys was pretty damn big, but there was things about it that I wanted to improve, and I ultimately wanted to finish a lot of things that kind of felt unfinished at the time. With all that being said, let's just jump into this, guys. So me kind of just sitting next to this thing, it's pretty big from what it used to be. The way we're gonna start is we're gonna start in the back over here by GCPD, and then we're gonna move up top and then down below to everything else. I just want to give you guys one kind of panning around shot so you can kind of see where everything is stationed. Okay guys, so this is Gotham PD. I just wanted to make a little bit of a MOC for it, at least just the top part with the bat signal, just because I've made a little thing right here for the bat signal. And I do have technically a light brick in the back. It doesn't do much, but it kind of gives the illusion that that thing can also turn on. As you see right here, there's a frozen police officer, and then we have Batman and Superman. This is the Michael Keaton one that came out in a poly bag. This little gargoyle setup right here, as well as that Superman right there is, I think, a keychain one that I modified. And then we have Commissioner Gordon here, ready to give Batman and Superman the info they need to stop the crime. So this is the top part of Wayne Manor, where we have the balcony area and the dojo. And on the balcony area, I do actually have the original Spider-Man from the 2002 run of the Legos, as well as the Green Goblin from that run. This is actually a modified glider that I made myself, and just some really nice trinkets. We do have some knight statues out there just for a nice aesthetic, to get it a little bit more gothic look. We have a table in the background as well as a little garden area with a tree growing. So here in the dojo now, we have Tim Drake. He's running out of there trying to get down to the Batcave. But in the back we have a samurai sword and a couple of other things like batons, batarangs, a staff. I figured it'd be mainly the Robins that would be fighting and training together in here. And then if you see in the back, we actually have some glass that has some dragons on it. That was actually from Ninjago, as well as that, I don't know, is it called a gong? Whatever, giant thing with the mallet right there. That was also from the Ninjago set. And then we also just have it pretty open in here with all these other glass doors, or glass windows, as well as this door that is actually movable. So, oh, and we can't forget that I added just a little monkey just hanging out with some cotton candy, because that came with one of the Jokers. So this is the second floor of Wayne Manor. This is just one of the main hallways right here. We have a chair in the background, as well as a little cup just hanging out in the window. This yellow room right here has a bunch of different armors throughout the years, as well as the golden ninja from Ninjago. Moving over, this is Damian Wayne's room. Of course, I wanted to keep it kind of messy, so I had a sock on the ground there. Here's a little dresser, and I have a bed for him to sleep on, of course. Now moving over, the room right next to that is Bruce Wayne's room, and I wanted to have Bruce Wayne's room just because I feel like it'd be a nice little nod that he actually took over his parents' room or something like that. And he actually has his own closet there with all his suits, as well as a little basket to throw clothes in. So this is the first floor area of Wayne Manor, and I didn't really change this up too much. The only thing that I did was I set up a couple more plates on the table here. I moved the position of Alfred. Yeah, I didn't really do too much. I was able to find the red phone, the rest of the phone. I had a gray phone before, so. And again, the door here still moves. I don't know if I had this here before, but right here I actually have an extra little stash of money for Bruce Wayne, just in case he ever runs low. So before I fully break this guy down again for you, I just wanted to again reiterate that I made this Batcave out of 3 of the official released Batcaves. And so if you look right here, this first one, this bottom half, and I guess subsequently some of the top part as well, that is the Lego Movie Batcave right here. This archway right here was one of the later releases of the Batcave, which I'll show off right here. And the final Batcave that I implemented into this one was one of the earlier ones. It wasn't the first run, I think it was like the second run of the Batcave that we had. And that is this archway right here. And I'll show off the picture of the actual Batcave right here. So this top area right here has not changed much. I just kind of changed little details, like I changed the staff that Jason Todd's memorial suit had. I put in the Dark Knight Returns Batman. One of the really cool things that I added in here was from the Batman Beyond series, and that is having a lineup of all the suits. And I just thought that was really cool, and I wanted to implement that into this Batcave. So as you see right here, I added in a smaller Bat computer next to the bigger one, just in case Robin needs to do any other info, or Nightwing, or whoever else needs to use it, they can't use the main computer at the time. And of course, we still have Superman and Zod battling it out. I just kind of changed the position of them. Okay guys, moving over a little bit, we have Deadpool, and he just came through the teleporter, and that's my way of throwing the Marvel characters in with the DC characters here, and any other characters that you see that are kind of just out of the norm. The teleporter can be used for whatever dimensions you want. So moving down from the teleporter, this is the medical bay area, and if you see, there's a guy here, and he has like an alien parasite on him, and Wonder Woman's coming to help him, but there's also the evil Poison Ivy behind her trying to stop her. There's a lot of cool things here, and it's really hard because I can't show off like any of the coolest features. My favorite part of this is the medical bed with the whole body scanner on it. I think it was a really cool feature, and something that I don't think I see a lot in Batcaves is a medical bay. So this is the science area right here, and you can see Scarecrow and Damian Wayne battling it out, and if you look right behind him, there is actually a laser shooting at some kryptonite, and that's just a little nod to Batman v Superman. To the left of it is the whole, I guess, like science area, anything dealing with chemicals or anything like that. This is where he would operate. My favorite part of this is definitely the kryptonite in the background. I just really like that part. Moving right above that area, I have Spider-Man battling it out against Doc Ock, and that is mostly the Doc Ock from, I think, the 2004 run, the Spider-Man 2 run of Legos, and the Spider-Man he's facing off against is Tom Holland's. Moving over to the next area, we have his murder board and extra computer that he has, and another microscope. I just feel that this man needs computers everywhere, so... And if you see, there is Batgirl beating up Riddler. That's a new Riddler figure that I got to put in here, so... People are probably wondering what are the plants for. That's a nod to Forest Fire 101, his Lego Batman stuff, where he had Batman smoking weed and doing that stuff. So yeah, this is Batman's Bat Pot. So right here we have a bridge with a waterfall going under it, and we got Magneto and Wolverine, and I believe Wolverine, Magneto, and Deadpool are all from like one pretty rare set, because I don't think they made or like released that Deadpool or Wolverine in any other sets. So these are pretty cool figures to have in the collection, and I just wanted to throw them in there as well. Okay, so right behind Logan and Magneto there is a chamber holding Superman. But yeah, that's an area where he can keep Superman. It has red kryptonite in it or something like that to keep him at bay. So I figured that was just a real cool thing, and it's kind of hidden so that, you know, most of the other Justice League members won't see that. Now moving over to the next area, we have Deadshot chilling out over by the Batwing, as well as we have Flash going over to take him out. And I just like this area. It was a really cool addition to add on, and I'm gonna be honest, like, yeah, most of the new stuff is the area we just looked at, and I had to just rearrange and modify and add new stuff where I saw fit. So I know I haven't said this yet, but I wanted a lot of yellow accents throughout the whole Batcave, just to kind of give a callback to, I don't even know if it's the 60s show, but just, you know, there's a little bit of yellow in the Batman mythos, so I wanted to add that into this. And the Batwing right here is the '89 Batwing that was released recently, and it's one of my favorite Batwings now, and I have it propped up. There's a little gas tank there, and I don't have enough room. If you kind of see, it's actually kind of like almost off the edge, so yeah. Okay, now moving on to the final level. So this is the jail area, and as you see, Harley Quinn and a Joker goon are breaking out. I was actually able to add a little bit more stuff in the back on the computer area, and I was actually able to add another red phone. So this is the trophy room. I've kind of expanded it and just threw it across one wall instead of it being kind of like a whole hallway kind of deal. And you can also see Lex Luthor over there, and he has a stick of kryptonite. One of my favorite things is I used one of the Emperor's Imperial Guards, and I turned the helmet around and I used that as Red Hood's helmet. So I also just wanted to pay homage to the 60s Batcave, because I wasn't actually able to implement any of those designs or Lego sets into this Batcave, but I do have a figure that I threw in there just to pay a little homage. Alright, so this is the whole water area where the Batboat sits, and if you see in the back, there is actually a door that the Batboat can leave. Okay guys, so just so you know, these doors actually do work. Here is them opening up. There's no contraption to open it up. I do just kind of have to open them up manually, but it is open where you can fit a whole Batboat through. Alright guys, moving on to this little water battle I have going on here. This is a Killer Croc figure that I found offline, well, on eBay to be exact. He kind of looks more like the Lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man, which is why I have the Amazing Spider-Man figure going up against him. If you see on the ground there, that's actually Aquaman. I'll give you a better look at him in a second. And then I also have Carnage attacking Spider-Man as well. So this is a little docking area that I wanted to add in, since I did have a lot of water aspects to this. And then I also added in some bat wings with a jetpack on it, just because I feel that would be cool. And right next to that we have the rubber ducky boat that the Penguin uses. So one area that I really wanted to add to this Batcave was a little garage area that he can work on the Batmobiles, and subsequently I guess anything else. I'm going to move Clayface just so you can get like a better feel of the whole area. Yeah, so behind Clayface we have a little toolbox, we have a bike, a whole table to work on, and you can have a computer so we can pull up schematics of any, or blueprints of any of the Batmobiles, the bikes, the Batwing. One of my favorite things that I added in here was the actual engine swapping that he's doing to Robert Pattinson's Batmobile, just because the engine in that one is so exposed. I just like the idea of that one being in there. Okay, so if we take a look right behind Two-Face, that's just the little Perry machine. We've seen that before. I pretty much just extended the whole training area that he has in the Batcave. And if you see right in front of Two-Face, there's a Batarang sticking into the wall, so that's where they have Batarang practice. Moving down the line we have Red Hood, and he is propped up next to the hammer from BVS, you know, where he slams the tire, and of course he's using the tire as cover right now. And here is the workout station where you can do pull-ups, punch the punching bag, lift some weights if you need to. And one of my favorite additions is the gold-tipped water bottle that he has, just to show that he's rich. So here you can see Nightwing battling it off against Penguin, and that's a new Nightwing that I bought because I have the other one on display right now. And as you see on the table, I have an area where he's working on all of his costumes. As you see, he even has the mech armor from BVS, and there's a nice computer that has some cowl specs on it. And my favorite thing is the two-sided grappling hook with the gold tips. That is from the Michael Keaton '89 movie, and it's just a really nice addition that I have in there. And right here I just want to show off his Hall of Armor. He has a couple of the Ninjago weapons in there, some samurai swords. The studs hanging on the wall, those are supposed to be different types of grenades that he can use, or EMPs. One of my favorite things is the hidden crate of kryptonite right next to Nightwing's batons. Of course, you can't forget about the different types of bat gear, and I'm so happy that I actually got the bat gear symbol from one of the bat caves. And of course you can see the kryptonite grenade launcher as well as the spear. I have a bunch of batarangs, walkie-talkies, grappling hooks right there, and to the left of that we actually have all of his batarangs hanging up. I just like the hilarity of him just having a bunch of different batarangs. The next thing I added was this little staircase to lead up to the medical bay, just another way to get up to the second floor, because there's not a lot of ways. There's like 3 ways to get up to the second floor. The next thing I want to show off is the Batmobile on the turntable. I know I've shown you the turntable before, and I also have Mr. Freeze freezing the Batmobile, and this is actually the '89 Batmobile, and it's a really nice addition, but I can honestly add any of the Batmobiles and they fit onto the turntable, so that's good. And right in front of the Batmobile is Bane breaking into the Batcave, and that's again from one of the Batcave sets. This is the gun that murdered his parents, and he has it on display in the back here. And real quick, I can show off the suit changer. I added a couple of Batmen in there, just to keep the variety. I have the golden bat suit in there. Christian Bale. Here's the scuba bat suit. I tried to add the flippers in. And here's some comic Batman suits. And I think this is one of the original ones. This is, I think, the first Batman I ever got. And of course, you always need a suit changer in there as well. And the last thing I just wanted to show off was a couple more computers that he has that he can use quick right before he's about to go out on a mission. And I also added a hologram of the Emperor, but I mean, it could technically be anyone. I just have the hologram of the Emperor. Guys, what did you think of this Lego Batcave in the comments down below? And if there's anything you feel could be added that could be like a cool addition to this, let me know. As always, remember to leave a like on this video, and remember to hit that subscribe button, because the subscribe button's gonna be waiting for everyone. Deuces, guys.